Yeah, I like that answer because that is kind of Svenja was thinking of herself as a hero. Especially she's like super proud for helping the Valkyrie go to Valhalla, and then when she discovered her inner beast is the chained up Valkyrie, she is questioning a lot of what she thinks about herself and her deeds and things. So she's at the moment not all that convinced that she's the shining hero.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
or you can just be a knight in bearskin, you know? Same difference.
I do love the idea of these knights shopping for armor and just like all these suits of plate mail, and then there's one just animal skin. It's like, ah, yes, this is the one.
Yeah.
What about Bjormund?
As needed. I think Bjormund wouldn't really consider himself either a hero or villain. He's just someone getting by.
That's kind of neutral approach. I like it. And Katya?
I think Katya would. She sees herself as kind of in the making of a hero. So, like, kind of getting the axe back will make her a hero, and their core moral beliefs would probably be something along the lines of never backing down from a battle, bravery and determination and spirit.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing some more of Katya after meeting her last week. Has Svenja got a recap for us tonight, or shall I take this one?
Yeah, no, let's see if my notes stopped at the right space. So, last time was a bad session if you're atheist, because we were taking a short rest in the clearing before we went off to explore the meteor site. There was like a flash of lightning coming from the air, which turned into Thor, as in, like the real god of thunder. He basically threw Mjolnir at Ursula and pinned her against a tree, and basically just informed us that he was sent to retrieve the storm giant beast that was inside her. So he extracted the beast, which, between that and Mjolnir, she's probably dead. But he basically tossed her body over his shoulder and took her up to Odin. Because of the things we've been doing and an interest in, I guess, gods being bored and having fun, Odin had decided to reopen the Asgardian Games, and Thor indicated we could win his favor by defeating giants. So that was the departure unexpectedly of Ursula from the party. So after that, we went off to the meteor site where there was a bunch of Goliaths milling around, and as we engaged with them, we found that they were busy doing a coming of age ritual for one of the female Goliaths in the tribe. The ritual was essentially that this Goliath had to fish out a giant from the hole and defeat the giant on her own. So we kind of didn't interfere, but we gave a little bit of assistance initially with a bit of magic and so forth. The giant was a little bit bigger and wilder than thought, and we couldn't help ourselves and helped her subdue the giant. So she has passed the ritual and is accepted as an adult, but with a little bit of a not so sure about this cloud hanging over it from her sort of tribe leader. So he basically said to her she needs to continue to prove her bravery, and part of that is to go and find some sort of axe that gone missing. We decided to have a long rest there, and Gorm made us a feast with mammoth cheese and meat, which we all enjoy, and that's where my notes stop.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we wrapped up the session. You can definitely get inspiration for that recap, as yeah, we basically left things off there, not going into too many specifics, but where we are rejoining you now is as the Nor tribe of Goliaths with some of their ogre pets and the giant that is now restrained and that they will be dragging behind them. They have all begun to set off for Braudavik as you kind of invited them over there. I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but basically they wanted to trade some mammoth cheese, and yeah, they are now heading their way to Braudavik, as you guys were going to keep on heading in the opposite direction. So
Yeah, I
Sven,
think
were
the
you-
invite was kind of accidental because it was not quite the expected outcome. But so one thing that Svenja is curious about, that she would have tried to fish around with Katja and or the tribe during the, oh no, they buggered off, they left us there. When the giant was captured, he said he does not want to fight for Odd. He refuses to fight for Odd. What does that mean?
Is he asking Katja this?
Well, Katja, or so can Svenja figure out anything about why this giant wasn't as much scared of being captured or dying as it was of having to fight for Odd, which I believe is the giant that is causing trouble and some sort of uprising and wants to bring Yggdrasil, not Yggdrasil, the ice Niflheim age wants to trigger that.
Fimbulwinter, yeah. That's
There we go.
yeah, you would be directing that towards Katya as the rest of the Goliaths are sort of making their way off. You will hear them chanting a poem in giant, sort of wishing you luck, Katya, but also like to keep telling your story. That was, I don't know where that actually shows up for you guys. The little recaps, I think, when you log in, but you hear them marching off, and so yeah, that would be directed to you.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna try and do my accent tonight. If it's bad, just try not to laugh. Um. Hmm.
Jeez, I actually thought that was Kate for a second.
No,
I was like,
no,
whoa,
no, no.
that's not what I was expecting at all from the Goliath barbarian.
Hmm. We cannot speak of this here right now. I will speak more when my tribe has departed.
Give you inspiration for doing the voice.
Thank you. Yeah, I just don't think my accent, my normal accent, goes with that character, and that's kind of like the accent I envisioned. Although I don't know if I'm doing a great job at it. But I guess the more I do it, the
I
better.
like it. Keep going with it.
Okay,
I like it. Keep going with it.
cool.
Yeah, you guys are all
Wow.
around here at this point, so you'd all be able to take part in this conversation just sort of before you set out on your own journey. Or maybe as you are leaving.
Well, I guess we're accepting that. Not going to get anything out of that right now. Well, let's So long rest. We still en route to the Sears Tower? And I think the problem in this lies that the Sears Tower is kind of a Gorm and Svenja thing, and if Gorm's not here, it's doesn't make sense for us to go there.
Oh, don't worry, you're not going to get there tonight. But that is where the expedition is headed.
Okay. Now I'm tempted to prove you wrong. But
Well,
okay.
can you see the map now? Because now that I've updated the map, and you should actually be able to get a better idea of, like, there's a whole mountain range that you're going to have to get through.
Well, okay, we'll see you on the other side, guys. I'm flying over.
Phew.
Meteorites. There's a bloody big giant at the. Okay, so.
Yeah, that also the creatures that you see are going to be representative. They're not necessarily to scale.
Okay, so what do we know then about navigating through the mountains?
Well, you'd know that from here, you've basically, well, actually, yeah, you can all give me a survival check to see if you, or a history check to see if you know anything about the area. But yeah, survival, because you guys have mapped this out already.
Let's go with history. 17. Okay, Camilla wins.
Yeah, so I mean, that has been, she does tend to be pretty good at those sorts of things. Svenja, I would say you would know from the stories that, seeing as you are headed to the Sears Tower, you would know that druids and Seder users, they often pass through these mountains. This is like, it's a pilgrimage is often undertaken here, and there are some stories of pathways that go through the caves. Sorry, you would know about the fact that druids come to these mountains for rituals and things. But Carmilla, you would know that the cave network up north, that you can get all the way through the caves, through those tunnels. There may be some dangerous things in there, but that is generally the easiest way to go, especially if you have a boat, because with the 24, you know that there are underground rivers that, if you've got a boat, you can get through that mountain range and out to the rivers on the other side faster than climbing a mountain. But you would also know that you can also just try and climb through the mountains, like go through the mountain pass. But yeah, it depends how good you are at rock climbing, I guess.
Well, I like the idea. Yep. Yep. Me too. So shall we go there en route and go see?
Well, where are we at the moment?
Here where it says meteorite.
Okay. Yes, stone cycle sounds good.
How far is it? How accurate is this? 4 miles. Give it a couple of hours walking.
Yeah, I mean, 4 or 5 miles. Yeah, there is a river, a small river, that sort of leads from where you are, but yeah, this is where Kate, we may have to explain the expedition system to you a little bit. But are you guys taking a rest here first, or are you just gonna head straight on?
I think I made a note that we took a long rest at the end of last session, but happy to do that now because I think most of us are pretty much broken out on spell slots and stuff. And I don't know what Katya's health and things look like.
Oh yeah, you took like a full rest when you did the feast and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I think we've done that already.
Well, it helps if you use them. Yeah. I'm going to say in my Dungeons and Dragons career, I've only had one TK where there were spell slots left.
I think I usually have spell slots left on my characters.
Yeah, no, that if you TPK'd and you still have spell slots left, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at 18th level, you have so many spell slots that it's hard to use them all.
Yeah, no,
So-
to be fair, at the high levels, if you've used them all, you've been struggling.
Yeah.
You would know that this sort of 5-mile hike up there would probably take you on foot around 3.5 hours normally, maybe a bit faster or slower if you want to, slow march. You can use stealth, fast march. You'll get a bit of a penalty to your passive perception, but yeah, you're looking at about 3.5 hours. Although you do have mounts which might be able to speed you up, but I think, yeah, not everyone has one.
Well, that I think is the question is, can Katya attune to Ursula's axolotl or not really?
I mean, she can. Currently, it's we'll assume it went back into the pendant, but you have got that axolotl.
Nice. Because I think I'm the only one here without a mount.
Yeah, I mean, an axolotl might not be your style. You can definitely get another one at some point, but that is there in a pendant if you guys can do with it what you please.
Yeah, she's down to attune to it.
I don't even think, I mean, it doesn't require attunement. It's just a creature.
Okay.
But I can give you permission.
Nice.
You should see it now under mount in the actors section.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I mean, I assume one of you took that from, like, after Thor came and took Ursula. So who's handing it over to Katya then?
Yeah, I'd probably Senya. So, yeah, so just she'll show Katya, here's the amulet. I'm not sure how familiar Katya is with magic and stuff. So show her the amulet and how it works to summon and the command word and whatnot. And Katya can then decide how comfortable she is with using magic and the mount.
I think she finds it like interesting, and she'll summon the axolotl and look at it and say, "Oh, he's big fish."
Should give you a look as though it is not a fish. Like, very curious look at you, but you can give me an animal handling check to see if it likes you straight away.
Okay, so yeah, can Svenja assist with that animal handling check?
Yeah, sure. As you see this thing like get offended at you calling it a fish, and it immediately starts to move away. But Svenja will give you advantage there on that. There we go. Svenja, what do you do to calm this creature and help introduce it?
What does she do? She's basically no wait, and she will just sort of say make soothing noises like and offer it a little bit of food, and I don't know, I'd give her a bit of food to offer the axolotl some leftover, I don't know, fish or something. What does axolotl eat? Cheese. That's what we've got left over from the feast.
Yeah, and with the 17, you will notice that when it smells some of that mammoth cheese, it'll go right in on it. It seems to just love it, like you've just given a cat some catnip or something. So, yeah, Katya, this has got to be one of the good ones.
Yeah, we have a kitten that's crazy about cheese, so we're picturing that, I'm sure, at the moment.
But also the cultural significance to you, Katya, of mammoth cheese and ones who would enjoy it is like, it's quite a big thing. So, yeah, this is definitely Goliath worthy.
Ooh, you like? Yes, you are worthy. I like.
It gives that like axolotl smile with just that weird toothless grin. But yeah, is Shepard also stealing some cheese there, or are you guys getting ready to head out there as well, Yeoman?
I mean, Yeoman would have shared some of his own cheese with Shepard, but it all depends how hungry Shepard is.
I don't know. I don't think Shepard's gotten his favorite snack in a while, has he?
Hmm. Shame.
But yeah, speaking of, are you guys are you going to stick around here and try and do anything near the meteorite? I mean, no, Mikkel was gathering up some ore and all that, but it seems like everyone else is ready to go. So you can basically now head either up into the mountains. You can head up towards the stone circle or towards the cave network. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think you can offline with Mikkel decide if he want to go down in the pit. I don't know if that's a thing, but given that he's not here, let's go off towards the stone circle.
I think he did go down the pit last session. Actually, he did gather some because I didn't have the items ready. But he did go and gather some stuff already.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys now head back out, I'm going to need everyone to tell me what roles you are taking, as the others aren't here right now. So Kate, this is a little bit of a different system. You can see in the journals section, you should see expedition rules there if you want to read through them. But basically, everyone chooses a role, and then you'll have different tasks that you can undertake as we hike. The idea with this system is to take travel a little bit slower and to actually, you know, take it at a much slower pace and enjoy the road, not just the destinations. But that's kind of up to you guys to role play into it a little bit. But for now, who is our navigator? Yeah, seems fitting. So you can give another survival check. I will say with advantage because of your previous one, to try and start getting everyone in the right direction of the stone circle. But yeah, as Gorm is usually the camper, but Yormund, are you still sticking with Hunter?
I think could probably go look out and scout for Yorman and Shepard, respectively.
Yeah, cool.
Um,
So you can both give me a perception check. Shepard can use his nose if he wants. And then Svenja, you going entertainment?
yeah, I think I will do the camper thing this time around. Unless in Katya, you can also do. Senya's usually the entertainer. She usually talks shit while everybody else works. That's kind of her role.
Well, what would Katya be best at? Because I think a lot of these require like mental checks. And I'm seeing that a lot are like wisdom modifiers.
Yeah, look, the DCs for these things are not all that high.
Okay.
But yeah, it depends what you think you might be good at. Yeah, Mikil is usually the crafter, as so I think trainer. What is? Oh yeah, trainer's pretty good actually. That's like the athletic sort of trying to get everyone to keep pace, and you're like the one that's going to keep everyone moving.
Okay.
So that's like keeping everyone fit and actually strong enough to keep traveling. But you could be the forager and go looking for herbs and things. Probably not her style, but the
Equal
hunter
to
is
her
open as well.
intelligence modifier, so she would actually end up losing losing rations.
What did you find in the forest? I lost all our money. I'm like, oh, brilliant. I was scattering coins trying to catch herbs. But the hunter is also probably a good one. I don't know. You were just on a giant hunt. I imagine you're quite good at that.
So we already have a navigator, a scout, and an entertainer. Let me be a hunter or a camper, because I imagine she's probably also good at that, being from a nomadic tribe.
Yeah, that is true. But Svenja's going to take the role of camper this time, so
Okay.
hunter
I'm
seems like it. Do remember that you can help each other with it. It's not like you're the only person that can do that thing. It's just you're the one in charge of it.
really happy to make Katya the camper. That makes a lot of sense. From a nomadic tribe, she makes camp, and yeah. So Svenja will quite happily either entertain or cook. Well, we've had a good feast, so we don't have to eat for a couple of days. We're good.
Okay, so as you guys head out, Kamala, what was your check? 18. Okay. Yeah, you would know. You would also sort of start following the river that you know would lead up towards the stone circles into the mountains. And yeah, start heading towards the pass. Shepherd and Yormund. Yormund, you would not see anything as you were making your way forward. Everything looks clear. Coast is clear. You maybe see some tracks left by the Goliaths that probably made their way down here before. Though a shepherd would sniff something out, and as you sort of pass the tree line, would give a bark of warning, just growling a bit as he nods towards the cave network up at the top. He would smell something over there, possibly people or something like that, but not just regular wildlife. So yeah, them up to the north. Other than that, coast is clear. You guys are smooth sailing, following up the side of the river. So do we have a hunter action? And you can still, even if there's no one in charge of it, you can still do the other things.
I think Katya would hunt a bit because she's not making camp right now, so she's not really doing anything right now, so she'll hunt a bit. I'll try to.
Okay, so you can direct your attention to the roll tables. There should be the little blue. I can't actually see what that is, but you should see gathering tables, and there will be hunt game, and then a forest. So I will need you to make a survival check. It is a DC 10. So even the unwise. Yeah, that
Best.
beats it. So you can roll on the table to see what you find, and then you can describe for me what you're actually doing to get that. Fresh ingredients, I will point out, usually means like a deer or some kind of creature that you might gather meat from. So, 1d4 fresh ingredients. You can roll that d4, but that's probably a big creature, and
Mhm.
the old adage of your people.
She'll hunt something aggressive that won't run away, so she'll like go for a bear. Because I feel like she has like a very violent style. Like she's not really a sneaky hunter that hides and sneaks up. So I think it would be more her style to hunt something that would like not run.
Okay, a bear might be pushing it a little bit.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, it would still need to be some sort of prey, but yeah, with that, getting a bunch of meat there, yeah, maybe something big like a moose or something like that.
Yeah. Let's do a moose. I guess she just hopes it doesn't run.
No, I mean yeah, you've made the check. You do manage to hunt whatever this thing is, and you manage to bring back 3 fresh ingredients, which can be used. I'm sure Gorm will make good use of those, unless you guys do tonight. I will add those to the. Yeah, so you guys see Katya run off into the forest. You hear a loud cry from a moose, and then she comes back carrying this thing over her shoulders that is larger than she is, but looks like you've got lunch.
And then some for a couple of days.
Sorry, actually, not up there unless you're crossing the river. But yeah, it's kind of up to you. Can you guys actually move this? You are here to.
No.
Okay, that's probably for the best, honestly. But yeah, are you guys happy heading in that direction?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ignore the hand raised, wrong button.
No worries. You just press it again, so it's the hand down. Yeah, so you guys keep on heading up the river. Are you guys doing anything as you see a forest up ahead of you, the hill rising up to your right, and the mountains off to your left.
Nothing specific. Well, no, actually, Sonia is going to be trying out a couple of rhymes and rhythms and stuff for a new song that she's trying to write. It talks about the giant and the meteorite bits, but that's just kind of her plinking and making some noise as she goes along.
Give me a performance check. Let's see how much progress you make towards that. Or if it's
VTT has frozen on me. No. Okay, hang on. My machine is massively laggy right now. So
no stress. If Shepard wants to make another perception check as you've gotten kind of closer to the smell, you can do, unless.
Oh wow.
Yes, so it seems like you're probably quite far away from the source, and he definitely seemed more agitated before. It seems like he may have passed over it like tracks or a trail, but you are now moving away from the trail as you start making your way up the hill. Yeah, Camilla, are you doing anything as you leading everyone that way? Do you speak Druidic by any chance?
Nope,
Oh.
I'm not a druid.
Yeah.
So
I know, but I know you like your languages. You may have figured out a way. So yeah, you can give me another survival or a perception check this time. Yeah, it seems like there's probably not much of danger around here. Seems like you are getting to the base of the mountain, and there's not all that much wildlife and whatnot around here. But Svenja is sounding good. It's yeah, it's actually a nice day to be out. The sun is, or actually, yeah, I didn't move the time, so it is now. Let's actually.
Is Svenja like playing instruments or like telling stories?
yeah, mostly telling stories, but she does have a lyre with her that she sometimes uses to accompany. I don't see her as a massively good singer, so she does some chanting. I mean, she sings better than most people, but not like unbelievably awesomely great. But when she starts telling stories and doing her chants and stuff, that's something to see and hear.
Katya looks very interested in your stories.
So Svenja is hyper curious. She will interrogate Katya for years if Katya doesn't tell her to fuck off now and then. It is the source of some frustration, I think, for the party that when there's books and stuff, Svenja will quite happily spend days there and talking to people. So, yeah, in between trying out the rhymes and walking and talking to Katya, she's. If Svenja's quiet, there's something badly wrong. Let's put it that way.
So what are you
I don't-
asking, Katya? I mean, maybe she's actually got some answers for you.
Also, I don't think Katya would mind. I mean, like, I feel like Goliaths are pretty loud.
I think for today, just kind of getting to know the tribe and what it's like to be a giant, sorry, Goliath and nomadic, and what do they do for food and with the babies and carrying stuff and yeah. So the logistics of moving around and how it is to be. Um, why is Cookie V taking up half of my screen? Go away.
I don't know how that always happens to you. It always gets stuck for you. Is it gone now?
It is, yes.
Okay, cool.
Just reloading
Just
application.
figuring out how to fix it. Sorry, have you all had Cookie V up the whole time?
No, not.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you guys are sort of coming to a river as Svenja is asking Katya about her whole life story. Katya, you can give me a persuasion check if you want to see how well you're actually explaining things to Katya, as from what I understand, you might not be the most eloquent.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah, this is stuff you know. Like these are stories of your people and your life. So yeah, it's. Is there anything in particular that you are telling Svenja as you guys see up ahead? You are approaching a river that you are going to have to cross. Not that wide, but may take a little bit of effort.
Mm. Well, is there anything specific that she's asking?
Well, so one specific question is how much trouble are you in because we interfered yesterday? And would you have died if we didn't?
Mm, not much trouble, but I feel much shame that I could not finish what I started. But I
Yeah.
will redeem myself by bringing back the clan's axe. X. I'm still trying to figure out how to pronounce some of the sounds.
To be fair, your character probably spoke giant most of their life, so common. I feel like if you there's lots of ways you can explain working out the accent in character too.
Okay, true.
I mean, I was only using the Russian accent for common with them as well. I figure giant is just they're not speaking broken English in giant.
Honestly, I think it would be super funny if when speaking giant, she speaks in like a super posh British accent.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what it sounds like. Whenever you try and speak a language that isn't your first language, you kind of sound like an idiot. It's like
Yeah.
you sound like a child speaking.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to speak quicker. So she's speaking very slowly. I think we can just say that it's in character because she's trying to think of the words in common.
Meanwhile, Camilla and Yormund, I assume you guys are up ahead a little bit. You will see the river crossing that you may need to make unless you head up a bit further and go around the river. Yeah, your arch nemesis rivers so far, but these ones aren't frozen, and yeah, doesn't look like it would take too much trouble to cross. But what are you guys planning on doing? Are you going to go through it or around?
Oh, God damn it. Okay, Cookie V is on my screen again. What is it that I am doing wrong here? And thank you, he's gone. He, she, it is gone. Crossing rivers. How wide's the river?
I think we're going to talk about rivers in terms of like the same as like creature sizes, honestly, because I don't know how wide a river is actually supposed to be in feet, but this is a small river. It is just the start of a river that is coming down from the top. So it's a stream, I'd say about 20 feet across.
Okay.
Is it deep?
Yeah, you would see that it's not that deep as the Albe just splashes through it, and, like quite happy. Though it is, I mean, it's deep enough that Camilla's like just coming down to the surface. So imagine a bear walking across a river. It's enough for it to walk across, but a smaller creature might need to swim.
Yeah, but it's not strong or fast flowing or anything like that, right?
No, the owlbear makes it across, no problem. No checks necessary.
Hmm. I
And
think I
Yormund,
might
are you on
just-
your horse / unicorn?
Yeah. I think I might just try to jump it, but what you trying to? Ah,
Yeah, for that you can give me an athletics check with your horse, but also tell me what its strength score is so that we know how far it can actually jump.
it's got an 18,
Okay, yeah, with
but
good enough athletics, you might be able to clear that.
it doesn't actually have skills, so I think we have the same.
We can just you can just either roll with yours or roll animal handling then.
Right.
Okay, yeah. What does it look like as you absolutely are able to jump the river?
Yeah, so just as we resolve to actually making the jump, the horse will just peel off and turn around, sort of prep itself, and with a sudden kick, it steps off and jumps.
All right, yeah, just taking off a little bit of a higher portion on the one side so it can make that gap. You see it just soar over like the owlbear kind of in the foreground, just splashing through as this horse sails over and lands on the other side. It's quite impressive. What do Svenja and Katja do as you see them crossing the river?
Oh.
I realized that Katya can carry stuff that's quite heavy. She can carry 600 pounds. So if Svenja needs to be carried across, she can probably do that. Because I count as one size larger when determining my carrying capacity.
That sounds like fun. Let's do sort of Svenja will stand on Katya's shoulders and balance. Try the parkour trick. Why would we do this the easiest way? Nightwing can decide for itself if it wants to fly over or just walk through and have a bit of a bath and a splash in the stream. Let's
Yeah, you can give me an acrobatics check for this like circus routine going across the river, but um, yeah, Katya, you can give me an athletics to try and. Are you just wading through the river?
Pretty much.
Uh,
Yeah, no issue at all. How tall is Katya actually?
7'10".
Okay, so a little bit smaller than I thought actually, but
Oh,
yeah, you are you are easily able to wade through this water, and yeah, with my God, is it just like Katya's got one hand up and Svenja's in the like cheerleading, just standing on the palm kind of thing, or what does this look like?
pirouetting on Katya's shoulder and palm. She's essentially doing like a little bit of a Viking dance thing. And with a back somersault with a twist in the middle of the river with a nat 20. We're making this awesomely spectacular.
I imagine it looks super cool.
One grung just like busy fishing in the river a little bit down the way, and it's just jaw just hits the ground as he sees all of you crossing the river in the most spectacular fashion. It's just like shakes his head like, oh damn, okay, didn't know I was here for a show today.
But yeah, I read that Goliaths are usually between 7 and 8 feet tall, but if she can be taller, then that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I think that if you like more than 9 feet tall, you're probably a large creature by that point.
So 8 feet, 11 and a half inches.
So yeah, with that, you guys managed to quite spectacularly cross the river and head into the forest on the other side. As you see, it's yeah, I mean it's quite nice up here, but it is starting to get a little bit chilly as you're walking through the shade of these mountains all around you, and you will see that you're kind of walking up the valley, but to the one side there is a hill that rises, and on the top you can just make out a couple of these Stonehenge kind of um, shaped stone. What do you actually call it? It's not just a stone circle. It's got a
Like monolithy things.
yeah. I mean, you all know what I'm talking about. As you see it up there, you can in the distance as you are drawing closer. Uh, you can hear every now and then what sounds like a chant coming from there, and then it stops, but just seems to be starting and stopping, like someone is up there chanting.
Huh. It's not full moon or anything right now, or is it?
No, it's getting closer to midday, but there are 3 moons, which I'm not sure we've mentioned.
Yeah, so it's just this is not the time to sacrifice people or something like that. Shall we go and
It's a
see?
new moon, so possibly you can, and it was a full moon last night actually. So yeah, you can take from that what you want, but you can give a religion check if you want to know.
Where's Gorn? We need him. I do actually have proficiency in religion. Let's see how well it goes. Hey, dice are liking me today. 23.
Okay, yeah. So from what you know about the pilgrimages that druids and that take through these mountains, you would know that that is generally a place that one might go to do a ritual or a sacrifice. You would also know that you can hear the sound, the chanting sound like male voices, and you would know that you have heard that only women are allowed to practice magic at the Seer's Tower. So the male druids that come to these mountains would use places like this, and it sounds like there is a group of men up there. You're not sure if they are like good or evil, these people, but there's a good chance that they are druidic pilgrims up here.
Okay, so we should be careful.
Are you
Okay.
going to make any preparations as you're approaching the hill, or are you guys going to go around the hill instead?
Okay, I'm looking at the rest of the party here for that because Svenja is curious. She would want to, I mean, doesn't want to respectfully interrupt any rituals or something, but she would like to go and see what's going on. Like to see the stone circle. And
I think
Yep.
as long as we keep our distance, it should be fine.
so maybe slow down the approach speed and be a little bit more cautious and a little more sneaky.
Sure.
You can see there is quite a lot of place to hide in the sort of woods leading up to this hill. The hill would probably give a good vantage point around, but Shepard and Yormund can make another perception check as you are approaching. And if you guys want to approach stealthily, you can all give me a stealth check. Okay, Yormund, you would notice with the 17, you would notice that there are some like broken twigs where you are going through the forest. It looks like someone might have moved through here recently. But as you are moving through the forest and considering how it would actually not be that difficult to hide in this forest, Shepard would give a bit of a growl, seeming like he may have picked up maybe the same scent or at least a similar scent. And he seems to be looking up towards the north, just into the trees, like there's something nearby that he doesn't quite like, but nothing that he's immediately aggressive towards.
Hmm.
So has Shepard been growling and looking that way the whole morning?
No, he's sort of when you guys headed out, he was a little bit, and then he gave up on it. But since you've crossed the river, he has started again.
Hmm.
Yeah, with your stealth checks, yeah, Shepard's making a bit of a noise with his growling. But as for the rest of you, yeah, as a group, you all manage to sneak up towards the stone circle. And as you are approaching, yeah, as I'm gonna check my notes. So, yeah, are you doing anything about Shepard's growling?
Um, I'll keep an eye out, but ultimately try to hush him.
I think
Okay.
your dog is not happy.
No, there's something close by.
She'll take out her axe in preparation in case.
Okay. Yeah, as you draw your axe and you'll move in towards the stone circle, you will hear this chanting starting up again, and then immediately stopping as you hear whoever was doing the chanting. They seem to be in a bit of an argument as you hear one of them going, "No, no, no! I told you the other one's got to come first. Y- We have to do the blessing of the 4 elements, and then we call the ancestors." And you hear another voice going, "No, but then when do we offer the sacred herbs? And is the dance of the stag before that or after?" And they seem to be arguing about how this ritual is supposed to be going. And they definitely don't seem to notice you as you're approaching. But we are going to move onto that map. So I need to put your tokens down.
Why do I feel like I've suddenly been dumped into Unseen University Cratchit style?
Now, as we jump onto this other map, I'll also, most of you know this already, but Christo, if you press E, you can open a much better HUD than the previous one. Yeah, with your token selected, just press E and you'll see your character sheet pop up on the left. It's quite easy to navigate.
Ooh, nice. How do I make all these other things go away though? Oh, I can move this over there.
Yeah, you can also, if you press in the top left, like with the little foundry icon, you can close all the other menus, but just remember that that's there if you think you lost.
Yeah.
Is the music still going, by the way? That to mute.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys sort of approach this circle and you can hear the voices coming from up above. You can, from where you are standing, you can see there is definitely a druidic looking woman sitting on a rock, not in the actual stone circle, but you can just see her with her back to you on top of the hill. And she seems to be dressed in like ritualistic clothing with some like paint on her face and that, but she looks utterly bored and is just sitting there listening to the argument going on in the stone circle. And yeah, none of them seem to notice your approach.
Okay, in the absence of anything else, I think Svenja will do the approach. Wait, we have to walk all the way around the south to the top, I'm assuming.
Yeah, unless you want to climb up the side. Are you attempting to sneak up to them, or are you just walking up?
No, I think so. Svenja's reading of this is like they're practicing or something. It doesn't look like a serious ritual, so she's not going to. She's going to walk in a non-threatening sort of palms out, open hands way, and just try and catch the eye of the druidic woman and wave at her.
You'll see her kind of like resting on one hand, looking bored as her eyes just roll over to you, and she suddenly looks filled with excitement as she looks up and goes, "Oh, hello. Where did you come from?"
Sonia just kind of point backwards and say, down there. We're traveling north, and we thought we'd come and see the stone circle. Never been here, so she'd sort of just tilt her head towards the men in the circle and just roll her eyes sort of gently at the woman and say, "Looks like they don't actually know what they're busy doing?" Question mark.
No, they are a little bit slow. Hello, I'm Ursa. It is nice to meet you. Yes, my friends over there are trying to get a ritual done, but they're a little shaken after we had an encounter with some bandits earlier, but hopefully they won't come back. I'm sure they'll figure it out soon. Are you hoping to do a ritual here as well?
We weren't specifically planning to do anything, kind of just passing through. But so, can anybody do a ritual here? Or, I mean, I thought it's just for druids. And what sort of rituals would one do? So, like a million questions again.
Oh, it depends what you are doing the ritual for, I suppose. But this is one of the circles that anyone can use. You are welcome to join them if you like, if you are familiar with these kinds of rituals.
Kind of looking at the others, maybe from the old stories and the songs and the books I've read, but I haven't really done a lot of rituals. So, without, so there's a healer in our village where usually helps. What are they trying to do?
They are looking for blessings from the gods. They have been trying to connect with nature and the stars in particular, which is what has brought them here. These stone circles help to communicate with that which is up above, and you look up and it's broad daylight. You can't see the stars at all.
Yeah, I was about to point out that it might work better for beginners to see what they're trying to address, which wouldn't have gone well last night with the full moon, and maybe tonight's better. Why aren't you participating in the ritual?
Oh, I've just come to oversee them. I work in the Sears Tower to the north. These men just needed some guidance.
Okay, so sort of like a tour guide.
Something
Teaching.
like that.
That is good news, actually, because so she's like, does this woman appear to be trustworthy? See how Svenja feels about trusting her.
You can give me an insight check. She does seem quite young, and she at the moment seems mostly interested to have some company.
And that one.
Yeah, she is wearing horns, and she is. I'll sort of leave it up to you how you interpret the nat one. But yeah, she definitely looks quite young and bubbly for someone who, This doesn't seem like it's one of the Norns or anything.
Yeah, so I think Sonia thinks that she's some sort of con artist that's scamming these people. Okay, so Cetus Tower, can you do some? What? So are you? What do you do there? Like learn magic? I'm curious because we are kind of traveling up that way. So knowing someone who knows how to get there might be useful, but she's like a little bit withdrawn and cautious. She's watching really carefully how this young girl is responding.
When you say that, she'll look over at the rest of you and sort of look you up and down, looking at your weapons and just like how she kind of looks you up and down, especially Katya, like at the size of you, and then seeing Yormund with a wolf is she seems to be eyeing you out all closely, and she says, "Well, we could actually use a bit of uh, help on the way back, strength in numbers and all that. We'd be happy to guide you to the tower once things are done here, assuming nothing gets in the way. We'll be headed back there hopefully tonight or tomorrow morning."
Okay. Well, I must just point out that you can't look Katya up and down. You can look her up and more up. That's
This is true.
I wanted to ask if I can make her 8'3" instead. It's 2.5 meters.
Yeah. Sure.
Awesome.
uh, um, uh, well, how much travel is it from here to the tower? How long does it take?
Good question.
Because it's kind of, I guess, early midday-ish if we left early in the morning.
Yeah, it's about 10:30 in the morning at the moment.
Yeah, so I don't,
She will tell you that they are going to try and do the ritual at midday.
okay, this is the ritual for the blessing of the stars at midday.
She says,
Okay.
she smiles. Are you actually questioning that out loud?
Yeah, I'm curious about. So okay, bearing in mind that Svenja is like the super charismatic person, she can chat to anybody about anything. So she's like not sarcastic or anything. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Does that work to do a star ritual in the middle of the day?
She'll chuckle and she'll kind of look up into the sky as though she's confused and say, "Oh, do you not see any stars up there?"
No. So Svenja will look up and sort of squint and close her one eye just to see if it's something that she's doing wrong. It's like, no. Do you see stars?
I can see at least one.
Okay,
fact,
that's
look, there's
an
another.
eye roll.
So she'll point up and she'll sort of chuckle as yeah, you can give an insight or a nature check on this one. Or a perception if you're actually trying to look for stars.
Where are we gonna go with? I suck at all of these. Insight, nature. Let's go with nature check. Because I'm guessing. What do you know? Dirty 20.
So yeah, you would recognize what she is pointing to as the two suns that you see in the sky of Arania, and she seems to be pointing to those.
Okay, so now this is heretical beliefs, or do Vikings know that stars are actually suns in distant galaxies? There is the astronomy observatory thingy, so yeah, I don't know. So this
Well-
could turn into a long conversation with the young con artist about stars and things. So this is for those of you that have been around. You can see Svenja's eyes scratch around for her equivalent of a notebook, a parchment, and something to write with. So now would be a good time to interrupt her. In other words, so the suns are stars, suns. So all this. So she's going to just sit down, flatten her ass with her mouth open the sky for like 10, 15 minutes while she processes this idea of stars and suns.
But that does not make sense.
Jordan's just having fun watching this.
The stars are small. The sun is big.
She'll say,
It's not the same.
she'll be tempted to try and explain perspective to you, but will then look up at you and decide that it's probably going to be hard. Like, you know, when something seems much smaller to you, okay. Though you will notice as she's trying to figure out how to explain astronomy to a Goliath, Svenja, with that 20, you will notice that one of the people, actually, you might not be able to see them on your screen. I think that they may be blocked, but you do see a creature you may not have come across before. One of the voices that is busy arguing about how to properly perform this ritual is coming from a turtle, a shelled individual who has got constellations carved into the front of his shell that are glowing slightly, and he's also covered in this ritualistic paint, but seems to be speaking common and acting just like the rest of them. But yeah, the main point is that he's got these constellations on his chest, and they definitely seem like they are no strangers to the stars.
Okay, so I'm loving this mental picture. She's going to observe them and maybe chat to the young con artist about will she have seen a turtle? Yeah, she may have heard stories, but she's definitely curious about the creature without being rude, though. Yeah, very diplomatically inquiring about the third person being that's doing that. Clearly speaking, clearly is not an animal or a pet.
Yeah, Ursa would sort of invite you back to where she was sitting, where you can see there is a boar tied up, and she goes to make sure that it is still tied up. Seems to be there for a sacrifice, and she says, yes, that everyone reacts a little strangely to him. That is Rosk. He comes from down on the Turtle Coast. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's not too far from here. And you would know that it's sort of to the west of Raudovik. That map that we usually use, it's on the far left-hand side.
Roth, R-O-T-H, Roth, right?
No, Ross.
Roth. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so I thought I heard that men are in the Cider Tower, but you brought them here from there and are taking them back. How does that work?
well, that's why I've brought them here, because they're not allowed to practice these rituals in the tower. But seeing as they are trying to commune with the stars, this seemed like a more fitting place. They have been guests at the tower. I mean, anyone is allowed to come into the tower, especially if they are coming to see the seer. But it is a large tower. There are many of us there. Some people come to acquire, things that they might need for ritual casting, for magical purposes. People come from far and wide. It is nice to get out from time to time, though.
Okay. So are they do they need help with the ritual? They seem to be a bit confused when we got here.
Well, they'll figure it out eventually. They're just trying to work out the order. Everyone needs to be in sync to get that done. Though I see you are all carrying weapons. Are you warriors by chance?
I guess aren't all Vikings warriors?
Well, of course, but some to lesser degrees than others. She looks a little bit like bashful, like, I'm not much of a warrior myself.
Yeah, because that's because she's a con artist. Not that we say that out loud to her. Well, so she'll point at everybody except Katja. We're sort of childhood friends. We grew up in village Bradovik, a bit further south. And we just met Katja yesterday, so she's traveling with us. We're, as you know, young Vikings, we're making our name. Mikkel is busy building a ship so we can go raiding, and this is much more fun than sitting in the village weaving stuff.
She'll kind of, when you say Bradovik, her eyes will widen a bit as she'll point to Kamala and say, "Oh, so are you one of the blades?" And she'll point to the two swords that you have. Kamala, are you there? She's every time. Guess not. She will say yes. Well, that is good to hear, and I'm glad to have met you. We are, of course, capable in our own right, and my friends there are especially so. But while they are performing the ritual, um, we may be somewhat vulnerable, and we had some trouble with those bandits, as I mentioned earlier. They were accusing us of being witches and warlocks, and they seem to take issue with us for some reason. We think that we've scared them off for now, but we're not sure how long a horde of squirrels is going to keep them away.
A horde of squirrels.
It was the best we could come up with in the moment, but it did the job.
That
Okay,
does not sound like good fighting technique.
Just adding to Sonia's impression that this girl is like a charlatan. Horde of squirrels, forsooth. Oh, well, I guess. So looking at the rest of the party again, I guess we can hang around. Be good having a guide, especially if there are easier paths through the mountain to get to the tower. So I guess we can hang around and see what happens during the ritual.
Wonderful. I'm sure it will go as planned, but if you help us guard the ritual, then I will happily show you the fastest route back to the tower. I'm sure we'll be heading there ourselves if the ritual is complete this afternoon.
Sure. Rest of the party happy with that?
Sure.
Well, then, I should tell you that the ritual, they are trying to figure out the order at the moment, but it will take, there will be 6 stages of the ritual, and so long as we can make sure nothing interrupts them uh, in between any of those stages, I think it should all be fine.
Which way did the bandits come from? Or which way did they run away into more ways?
She points sort of northwest towards the cave network, and sort of in the direction that you came from.
I guess that's what Shepard smelled.
It's possible. You guys also did come across some bandits on the bridge before, but it seemed like it was just 3 of them that time. Yeah, I mean, Svenja, from your point of view, she's just said that these bandits were accusing them of being witches and warlocks, and yeah, they might not be bandits at all. if this woman is a charlatan, they might be in the right for being angry with her. So yeah, you guys might not want to choose their side if you want to go and investigate the bandits. It looks like you've probably still got an hour before they start the ritual, but if you do want to help guard this, then let me know what you're doing, if you're setting anything up or if you're just taking position.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 options here, essentially tactically. The rest of the party, tower defense, or go and find the bandits and eliminate them before they come down, or have a chat with them.
To be entirely honest, I have no problem just standing around and waiting for them to be done. But that's just me.
Okay. I'm also happy with that. Tend to go with if you defend something, going away and looking for defend it. So that's, they will come here or not. Camilla, Katya.
Yeah, Katya is good with just waiting here.
So, yep. How? So this side of the hill that's sort of rocky and have to climb. How hard is it to climb up there? I mean, this is like a serious proper climb, or just a bit of a scramble?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good 20 feet, like maybe 30 feet at the highest, but you would definitely notice someone climbing up. They would have to, like, each of those rocks is at least 5 feet high each level.
Okay, so because what I'm thinking about is we can either just stand on the top there and see if they're coming from the north. Because really, the only place they can come and interrupt the ritual from easily by charging is in the south here, right?
Yeah, based on the direction that you pointed, unless they try a full-on flank, they either would need to come up the road that you guys came up on, up that path, not really a road, or from the tree line. So yeah, you would have a good vantage point anywhere around there, but they would either need to climb up the sides or onto the slope where you guys are standing now.
So, Mikkel and or Camilla, can you guys do some traps in the tree line?
Mikkel is not here.
Sorry. Damn it. Oh well.
I will say if you want to make traps, Mikkel would give you an advantage because they're not here, and Gorm would give the other person advantage. So any preparations you would want to make, you've got advantage from your other party members.
Okay, well, let's put a couple of traps in the tree line, sort of just simple tie back saplings with sort of spiky pieces of wood in it. You know, so trigger and just stab someone in the thigh, something like that. I mean, Katja, nomadic hunters and things, any other ideas around can do that as well. Let's see what we can do. So 18 on sleight of hand.
I was going to say, yeah, sleight of hand or survival checks, but with an 18, yeah, you're definitely able to make that trap that you just described. You would be able to. Where are you actually placing them?
About there-ish.
Okay, yeah. So we'll say that sort of western section is considered trapped.
Can Katya try and set down one kind of to the south?
Yeah. What kind of trap are you making?
Maybe like, well, I don't actually know what materials we have to make traps.
I mean, we can don't have to worry about it too much, but
Rock
yeah,
trees.
you've got an hour to try and build some things. So you could gather some sticks to sharpen or something if you're trying to make something. But yeah, it's not that much time. Maybe enough to dig a hole or something there.
Yeah, let's make a pit trap.
Okay. Yeah, so you can give me I'll say also sleight of hand, survival, or athletics because you're digging holes. This doesn't require much brain power. Okay, yeah. You you would have advantage, but a 15 is definitely enough to create a couple of little pit traps there. Not all that deep, but deep enough to break an ankle if you don't see it, and yeah, definitely big enough to bring something larger down.
Awesome.
Pamela and Diamond, are you guys setting up anything?
No, I don't think so. I think maybe Yeoman and Shepherd would just patrol.
Okay, yeah, you can give me an investigation or perception.
And Shepherd as well. No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
For Shepherd.
Okay, yeah. So Shepherd not having much luck, it doesn't seem to be able to pick up any more of a doesn't seem to be able to pick up a stronger scent. But as you guys are patrolling, taking your way around, you will notice in the distance, like on the opposite side of the tree line, you will notice a figure that seems to notice you and starts running. It seems like possibly a scout, just like a bandit of some kind. You definitely see that they are humanoid, and they seemed like they were sneaking up until they spotted you, and then they ran. But it does definitely seem like they are moving in and sending scouts in.
Um, God contact. Yeah, I expect they'll be here soon enough.
And then lastly, Carmela, are you setting anything up or positioning yourself anywhere specific? Okay, yeah. You sort of hide up above the traps that Svenja has made. And yeah, you guys can position yourselves wherever you want to sort of stand guard. But I'm going to say let's take a 5-minute break here as my batteries are suffering and hopefully my power comes back any minute.
Okay, can do. We are going out at 12, so in an hour and a bit.
Oh, that will be done then. So power just came back. So I'm just going to switch over and whatnot, and then yeah, be back in 5.
5-minute break.
Is everyone back in?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. I'm going to change the music here. Okay. Yeah, so when you guys are sort of in position, they won't take much longer, but they will start getting ready to perform the ritual. Sorry, my machine does not like having Foundry and Spotify at the same time. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, so as we begin, oh man, yeah, you guys can roll for initiative, please, as we're gonna go round by round, and the idea is that basically you have to keep these guys alive for 6 rounds while they do their ritual. Each round will take one stage, and your goal is to keep them alive until then.
Okay, I think I just want to activate the home, which is not in my other thing, just for that AC 11. I'll tell you in a moment what specifically. So she will, when we sense that these guys are coming closer, she'll activate the protective aura on the helmet here. So bright light 60-foot radius, dim light for additional 60 feet, and that gives a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. And also sense hostile invisible. Is that something I can switch on my character?
Maybe, I don't know. Not everything works that well. Like,
I think it's just going to overload the screen, sort of 120 feet. As a +1 bonus.
give you.
Yep, sorry.
I think it does. It is adding some effects. I'm not sure.
It does add a +1 to armor class and AC for everybody within 120 feet. Which might be a little bit overpowered between me and you, but
Yeah, you can only use it if it's limited, isn't it?
once a day, 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, so as you activate that, we are going to go into the initiative order, as you will see them begin to chant in a language that you don't quite understand. You'll pick up phrases here and there, but it seems like some kind of a druidic song, like a mantra, more like. You see them start circling around in these animal skins with their painted faces, and they are going to begin with the blessing of the 4 elements as they begin invoking the 4 elements of nature and ask for the blessings of these elements to protect and guide them in their rituals. As we begin, as they begin chanting, you guys are going to hear just about a minute or so later, as they are beginning this first part, you will hear a horn being blown in the woods nearby, and you will start to hear the shouts of people drawing nearer. But they will only be able to appear on their turn. So, Camilla, you can see from where you are now, you can see that they're going to be coming in from the north. Where you are hiding at the moment, you've got a good vantage, but you can see that they're not going to be running into those traps. They seem to be coming from the opposite direction. Yeah, they are not actually on the map yet. They will only arrive sort of at the end of the round, but you do know that they are coming from the north, so like from that side of the map. Okay, nice. Yeah, you get ready to loose an arrow, taking us then to Yormund. As yeah, you can see them, well, you hear them coming from up above you then.
I'm just going to use this and draw my halberd and hold my action in case anyone enters my range.
Okay, you are like 25 feet up in the air. I'm just saying, are you readying for a melee attack?
I'll have to change that to a hand axe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just the chances of someone getting to you in this first round are pretty slim. Oh, is the hippogriff?
Yeah. Can I have her on field?
She is there. It looks like you summoned her.
Okay.
But
So,
yeah,
okay.
Camilla readying an arrow, Yormund readying a hand axe. Svenja, what do you do?
Um, she will. I don't know. Why don't we go all out? No, she's good. She's going to ready a spell called Loki's Flick. If anybody emerges from the tree line, she will sort of flash this little ice knives at them. And I think as a bonus action, she is going to activate her Radiant Soul Celestial Revelation. So it starts glowing and she gets the angelic wings pop out. So she basically channels her inner Valkyrie on the back of the hippogriff. And we are ready for people emerging with a spell to cast at them.
Okay, nice. As the druids in the circle start circling around. I'm actually going to as you will hear them actually progressing onto the next one at this point, as they begin the calling of the ancestors and call upon the spirits of their ancestors to join them in the circle as they believe their ancestors can offer them guidance and wisdom in the ritual. And you will see, much like your Seance of the Valkyrie spell, you'll start to see this faint mist beginning to fill the circle that they are in as they are chanting. Katya, what are you doing?
She will use her action to dash. Because, yeah, she thought they would come from the south, but they're on, like, the completely opposite side.
Yeah, to get up
Um,
onto the hill, they will have to come around the south. But yeah, they do seem to be coming the hard way.
Okay, cool. And that's a 10.
Nice. Well, at this point, you will see them begin to arrive as you'll sort of see the tree line shaking a bit as you just see a bunch of these. They look like some of them but are wearing bear skin, at least one of them, the one that is charging up front, as they all come pouring in. Reveal them to you.
Oh,
You just see them emerging from the tree line, and they are spearheaded by one of a similar looking berserker to the ones you fought on the bridge. You get the impression these might be part of the same group, but this is as far as they're able to get on their first turn. However, they will come into range of, to trigger your readied actions. I'm not sure, Camilla, what kind of range you've got there, but I think they might be getting close. Well, I'd be worried, but I'm pretty sure you don't have. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Once again, if you want to make an attack, you know the range of your weapon. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then they're all definitely within your range. There is a hill in between you and them, but you are up in a tree, so I'll say you can probably target those guys there. Yeah, like that one. Oh, I thought you only had a short bow. That's why I was asking. Hey. Okay, very nice. Okay. Yeah, so the one as he's running in just gets hit by an arrow and sort of drops to one knee. He's got an arrow through his chest. He's probably not going to make it much further. The one that takes a hand axe is killed on impact, I think. Just checking. Yeah, he is down. But yeah, the one that got hit by the arrow is barely standing. And that is as far as they're able to get this round. But Camilla, we go back to you. Oh, yeah, those guys. I'll say you've got line of sight on the three on the far left, but the others, the hill is in your way. That's like a 30-foot tall hill. You're not going to see the ones on the other side there. Right, so you send an arrow sailing over his head. He has to duck, but they are charging their way in. Is that going to be your turn?
All right. Yeah, Yormund is going to Giant Smite. There we go. And he'll move here and pull out his halberd and ready an attack. Just for anyone who comes in range.
Okay, yeah, you are still a bit elevated, but I'll say in your giant form you might be able to clip one if they pass down there underneath you. So are you readying another attack?
Yeah. Specifically a spell, but it includes an attack, so
Okay, what is the spell? Because to ready it, you cast it and then you're kind of holding it.
then that lightning blade.
Okay, nice. So your helmet crackles with this lightning energy as you just wait from above to hopefully get one as they pass through the rocks underneath you. And we go to Svenja.
Okay, me and the system with the mounting stuff. So she will sort of fly over to here on Nightwing's back. Because, wait, so hang on a second. Click on me. Right click on Nightwing. Doesn't want to let me mount. Okay, so
Okay, just hold on. Just don't move your token. Just you can ask me to do it, and I will.
Okay, so move to about, let's say here is near Ursa. And then she will cast, she will invoke, or she will extend the, just sort of leeching out of her and try and catch as many of those barbarians in that with a sort of fairy fire spell. So let's fairy fire concentration, one action. And let's do over here. Yeah, I should have gone for the big guy. And as a bonus action, she will toss out her rapier towards this guy. and try and wallop him with it. Inventory, rapier. I'm really not doing well with the clicking, am I? Oops. Select and attack. Normal. And I'm guessing that's going to miss him. That
Yeah, that is going to miss as he raises his shield and the sword comes clattering down into.
and that is going to be the turn.
Okay, very nice. You do see some of those guys glowing now as they run up, and the druids continue their ritual, moving on to the third step as they begin the offering of the sacred herbs. You see them offering a bundle of sacred herbs to the central stone, and they believe that the smoke from these herbs will carry their prayers and offerings to the spirits as they continue circling around. Oh yeah, Ursa would actually be the one offering the herb. She moves in. Okay, and Katya.
As a bonus action, she is going to rage. And then she'll come and finish this dude off, hopefully. Oop, I forgot to target. Let me just. There we go. And I'm not sure why it's rolling at advantage.
I don't know. Are you? Okay. Yeah, do you remember to target? That doesn't seem to be, but 15 is going to miss.
Okay.
As
I
he's just
did.
got his shield up, he's doing everything he can to stop any more blows coming through.
He should be targeted. He is on my screen, but
Are you rolling from D&D Beyond?
yeah.
That's why that doesn't register.
Okay.
But remember, you can now press E on Foundry, and it gives you quite a nice little menu to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be our turn.
Okay, yeah, you're just raging, slamming your axe down into this guy's shield as he's sort of whimpering underneath. But that then takes us onto their turn as these guys in the fairy fire start running, and you're going to see another one emerging from the wood, much larger. But he was actually caught up in the fairy fire as well. I don't think he succeeded.
Hello, Prey.
Okay, so these guys are running off.
Damn it, get in my range.
So one of these, the first one here, so the guy down on bottom left, Yormund, he would be the one to trigger your range,
Nice.
and he is fairy fired, so you've got advantage.
Oh,
Oh, very
so
nice.
close.
Okay, so that's enough to cleave through two of them. So
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, what does it look like as you swing this lightning blade down? And you manage to kill 2 of them in this.
Since it's lightning, would that 1d8 have counted to that other guy, or does it go on to someone else?
Yeah, it would arc onto someone else if that's what it does.
Alright, let me just do that damage then, and I'll describe this guy. So, yeah, as Yorman just
Did it
kind of.
apply that to someone? Sorry.
Yes, this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, as Yorman just kind of watches him go past, he just thinks, yeah, I can hit that. And almost like preparing a golf swing, he just holds the end of his halberd and just swings down and cleaves straight through one of their faces.
Absolutely, just decimating 2 of them there as that arc of lightning hits the one guy in the back as he's running, and he lets out a bit of a scream. Yeah, the guys down at the bottom, they can't really see much. This one is, yeah. Other than that, he's gonna run up and start trying to climb in that direction. You see a guy scramble up the side. That's a full dash to get up there, but right after you've finished them off, you'll see a hand grab at the bottom, and he'll pull himself up and then turn to face you, as he doesn't seem to have noticed what is on the other side. As he looks up at you, you see him holding 2 daggers ready to go.
Just give him a big grin.
The rest of them manage to get there with a dash, and that is their turn. Oh no, except these guys up here who are running the opposite way. They are going to try and attack you, Katya, as they try and save their buddy here.
Okie dokie.
But they are not able to, as you are easily able to fend off all 3 of them. The other guy is going to try and run for the archer, but he will provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Katya.
This one, that's
The
that one.
scoundrel that's running.
Okay, let's see. Oh, whoopsie, wrong one. Where is this?
That's right, an 18 will hit.
Okay.
And that's enough to kill him, actually. 9
Oh.
slashing.
Nice.
It literally has 9 hit. Okay, yeah, so you just sort of cleave him. His blood spatters all the way over there because of how far his body parts fly. But what does it look like as you kill him as he runs past?
Can I say that she just like chops him like right in half? Like just separates his torso from his legs, and the torso just goes flying.
Yeah, exactly. The legs drop right where you are, but his upper body lands all the way down on the road there. As Camilla, it seemed like he was running in towards you, but it's now your turn. He did not make it very far. Oh, and the guy that's, sorry, being attacked. I forgot about. Zapped. I just realized he had that. I don't even know what it does. But he is also going to try and make an attack against Kat.
Neighborly bros.
his stat box a bit. Ooh, okay, that is gonna hit.
Okay.
Oh no, hold on. That can't be right. Oh no, that was
Yeah, that seems
right.
right.
Oh yeah. Sorry, 8. That was right. 8 slashing damage. She took there.
Katya
And
has got more than double Svenja's hit point. Okay.
Yeah, I
she just takes
misunderstood. I
half.
thought it brought you down to 4 hit points. I was like, no, hold on. Can't possibly have hit you that hard. But
Yeah, it's only 4 damage because it gets halved.
yeah, it has applied the. It does do that automatically. So yeah, only 4 damage there as he tries to swipe at your ankles. But Camilla, what are you doing? Yeah, that's not. Okay, Yeoman.
This poor guy.
So his hit points too. He's like, aha, surprise attack! And this wolf just comes running at him.
Exactly. Oh god, Foundry's frozen. Okay.
Advantage from flanking.
Oh.
The man just starts screaming. What does Shepard do to this poor man?
I like to just imagine he climbs up, faces up against Yeoman. Yeoman just grins at him. 2 seconds later, he starts screaming and just falls over, dead from blood loss right there.
Yeah, so much for his surprise attack. Is that, well, that's Shepard's move.
And Yeoman is just going to come around. And Yeah, he's going down to pull out his sword and shield instead again, and otherwise hold his action to do pretty much the same thing he did with the halberd.
Okay. You're holding your action there. Are you casting another lightning blade?
Yes.
Is that a cantrip?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, then Svenja.
Okay. So she's going to, with the bonus action, bring the rapier back to her hand. Is this big guy in the back also glowing with a fairy fire?
He succeeded his save, so no.
Okay, so what she wants to do is she's going to fly up and sort of straight line go at the big guy with Nightwing, try and dive bomb him, and attack with a rapier to achieve that. So let's hope she hits. Does she get any advantage on that hit?
Yeah, sure. You'll have advantage. Come swooping in from behind.
Okay, so let's do the attack roll first. Shit, I didn't target him.
15
The
would
15.
not be enough.
Crap, hang on.
And that's against. Sorry, are you holding the rapier again?
Yes. Now, the dive bomb only works if she hits with a weapon attack. Shit. Damn it. Damn it,
I
damn
don't
it.
think it's used though.
Sorry?
Like I don't think it's wasted. Is it?
Uh,
I don't think it uses a charge.
yeah, it doesn't specifically say that.
Oh no, it does because the action is to fly 60 feet in a straight line, and then at the end of that you make an attack. On a hit, it deals the extra damage. But
Okay, cool. So let's see how much damage we've done. Okay, no, we're not rolling damage. Right, cool. So that would be, unfortunately, she fails to hit him, but that's her turn.
okay. Yeah, but you are sort of chasing in behind them as the druids continue their ritual, and you will hear them now. That chanting getting even louder as they begin the dance of the stag and start dancing around the central stone, imitating the movements of a stag, as they believe this dance will bring them closer to nature and the spirits. You'll see them all, like some of them have actually got antlers on, and um, the battle going on around them. They continue their dance. But Katya, that takes us to you.
Okay. She is going to attack. Oof. That's sad. It's okay. How high is this lodge in total?
There it's about 25 feet.
Okay.
But there's like a 5-foot step for each kind of level. I will say though, as you are smashing down into this guy's shield, please give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So that second hit, you don't manage to hit him, but you do completely shatter his shield and just splinter it, breaking it to the ground. His AC is going to take -2 to any further hits, as he no longer has a shield.
Oh, nice. she'll just move. No, she'll just stay there. Yeah, that's her turn.
Okay. That then takes us on to their turn, as the ones there near you, Katya, are they are going to try and continue fighting you as these two come in. Ooh, that's a hit. Okay, you take 6 slashing damage reduced to 3. It has been applied, and the guy next to you makes an attack. As you've just gotten rid of his shield, he's kind of scrambling onto the ground, and yeah, he's going to try and yeah, again with his battle axe. For some reason, starting as a short. He misses as he's just scrambling back, waving his axe wildly. But we go over to the other side where these guys are rushing forwards. The one at the back will provoke an opportunity attack from you, Svenja, as you are actually a little bit closer. We're kind of there.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's actually a hit. Okay, so you are muted, Svenja. We can't hear you.
Okay, it does not appear to have targeted him, but let's just roll the damage. It'll be 28 points of damage plus 2, so 30 points of damage.
Damn. Right. As yeah, you definitely draw his attention there. Yeah, the rest of them are gonna have to dash. Let's see at the back. Let's have to move them around. Okay, yeah, so they start rounding the corner. This guy just comes in within range of you, Yormund. He will trigger your held action. But you aren't close enough to get multiple with this one. Also, this guy's not a minion, so may withstand it.
This one?
Yeah, that is the one within range. Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, still none of them close enough to make attack. This guy has not dashed yet. He is going to. Oh yeah, that is run. So dashed here, and then looked like he's going to start making his way up the hill. So Camilla, top of the round. Looks like they're getting close to the end of their ritual, but it looks like the bandits are getting close too.
Oh, you're not really flanking. You could have moved behind him.
But yeah, this guy seems to be able to hold you off here, also with his shield, and manages to parry one of those blows. Okay, Yeoman. Oh, also, did your attack arc to someone else?
it should have, but targeted this guy, but it says he's uninjured.
Yeah, it
You
didn't
want-
apply any
okay.
damage, so just roll it again. I'll apply.
5. Oh,
Mm,
that
yeah,
seems to have
yeah.
done. Right. Yeah, Yormund is going to step forward.
What does bloviated mean? Is it that guy's name?
Bloviated.
I've never heard that adjective in my life.
It's an actual word. To bloviate is to talk at length.
Okay.
Bro talks too
Feels
much.
like I should have heard that. Works for me. Yeah, sorry, carry on.
This is risky. No, I'll have Shepard run over. Here. Bite this guy. 'Cause fuck you. Oh, he's still dead.
Yeah, but because he, oh yeah, he succeeded his strength save, so you knock him back into the one behind him, who will have half movement but is not killed.
And Shepard will retreat.
Into the circle.
Yeah, he probably he doesn't understand what they're doing.
Okay.
There's Yormund. Just regular old attack. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have. How about I action surge and try that again?
Oh,
No, actually. Come on. Oh my fucking god. Nope. Yep. That's me.
okay. So I think we'll get to why you may have missed those in a second, but Sven,
What to do. Okay, so Svenja is going to cast she's going to summon her 3 Valkyries over here, and they will attack these 3 in front, and Nightwing will fly over this guy back with a swipe or 2. So let's do first the Valkyries. So she essentially calls out in some sort of Old Norse for the Valkyries to come and appear. And let's do first one attack, that one normal. And why is it not targeting?
are you rolling from D&D Beyond?
No, I'm rolling from. It's a separate window, so that first one takes 12 damage. Do you reckon it's because it's from a separate window? Let's see if we roll it from the same interface. My interface is completely black. There's nothing happening. Okay, I can see what's happening here. So the first one is, I guess, gone. Not.
No,
Badly.
he's still standing. He's not a minion, but he's not looking good.
Okay, so I think the second one will then also attack. Let's do a bit of switching here and again do Valkyrie's Assault and it's not giving me anything yet. 1d20 plus 5 plus 2. And that is a 15 to hit.
It's not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, and the third one will also attack him. Let's try and take him out. And 24 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hit.
2d8. And he takes 5 plus another 2, so 7 points.
Okay, a 7. That is just enough. You will knock him out.
So these 3 Valkyries kind of appear, flash in the air, and just the first one knocks him back, the second one misses. As he staggers forward, he staggers forward back into a spear, and they disappear as he falls down dead. Okay, now let's see if we can access Nightwing and come on, Nightwing, that's good. Target this guy and try and swipe at as first fly closer and
Which one are you going?
for the big guy, 10 misses.
Cool. That is a miss, as he is now more aware of you and blocks you with a rather large axe.
Okay, and bonus action. Sorry, I'm maximizing the abuse here. Bonus action, so he's going to throw out the Devil's Dance Rapier in front of him again. And Um, why is it not showing that? I am struggling with my new interface here. Come with machine. There we go. Attack. Normal. And misses him. He is super lucky. That's the end of our turn.
Okay, just the rolls have been rough. Okay, as the druids now continue their ritual, but as Shepherd runs into the circle, you will see them taking on the next part of this ritual as they begin the blessing of the moon. The druids begin to offer a prayer to the moon, asking for its blessings and guidance, as they believe the moon has powerful influence on nature and the spirits. And as they are doing this, a wolf runs into the into the circle, and Shepherd seems to get lost in this moment as the sky begins to darken and Shepherd begins to howl. I believe you sent him in at that moment.
Fantastic. Attaboy.
And yeah, 1 second as I say, the sky begins to darken and you will hear their chanting just starting to reverberate off of the space around you. And you're going to notice as Shepherd howls, this glow come from within the circle. As I try. Foundry has just went to lag. Okay, but as they are doing this, Katya, we go to you as you see this happening, and the sky starting to swirl around the stone circle above you.
Ooh, fancy. She will attack. Oh wait, it's at advantage, right? Wait, no, he just has -2 to his thing. So then I think it misses.
Which one were you targeting?
The one below me.
Yeah, that guy is not the one whose shield you destroyed, but
Okay.
so it does miss him.
And yeah, that'll be her turn.
We need to go to level 5 now, so you get multi-attack. Why didn't you
Yeah.
kill the one that's
Go-
dead?
Sorry, I hadn't actually switched it. But is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, this these low levels. But
No worries.
as we go back onto their turn, finally they actually get within range to start making some attacks as they try to swarm Yormund.
not looking good.
This guy. Okay, so let's see them. So first it's the guy that is not a minion.
Oh.
Okay.
So his first attack is going for another. That is another hit.
So Svenja's going to use a silvery bomb. Second hit. Make him re-roll it.
That is a miss then.
And she's going to give that advantage to herself.
Okay, cool.
Damn. 11 from the minion hits. Holy
yeah, because there's a lot of them. They have surrounded you. See, this is where minions get dangerous. So because they are able to swarm you here, so when they make a group attack, they get a plus
Okay,
one for every minion that's involved.
So that's
and
all
then-
of their attacks. I thought that was just one of them.
No,
Fuck.
no, that's all of them. That's all of them piling up on you at once, as they actually manage to overwhelm you here and get some slashes in with their axes and swords. Though one of these guys is going to manage to get into the circle a bit, as he's going to try and interrupt this ritual. However, because this explosion has just gone off, he is not able to break through the barrier on the first attempt, and he is sort of stuck just there. Okay, yeah. The other one is going to turn around and start trying to fight against Fenya. Oh, that's going to be a hit. 6 slashing damage on his first attack. Concentration check from you there, please, Fenya. His second attack does miss, taking us to Kamala at the top of the round. Oh yeah, that's enough to get him. Why didn't it just roll a d20 for damage?
I think that was Svenja's concentration check.
Oh, it's just coming in at the same time. I was like, oh, you haven't actually rolled damage. Yeah, very nice. How do you finish him off as this is the one who got his shield smashed? Yeah. Climbing not an issue for you at all? Yormund. Yes. Yormund will get to Shepherd in a second, but he is currently incapacitated for this round.
Man. I really wish you guys would help.
I'll say you can roll a ferocity check, and that might break him out of it if he goes into a rage. But yeah,
It'll
other
have
than
to
that,
be
he's
a 4. Oh. Well,
so yeah, I'll say it's up to you if he's that might send him deeper into the ritual. Like he may become completely distracted, and that you will know that Ursa has just pulled out the boar and is about to slaughter it. So honestly, from a wolf's point of view, like lunch is being served in front of him.
then I think I'll try to get Chef's attention.
Okay, yeah, I'll say his in that fury actually he will want to attack the boar. That'll be the first thing he sees because of the ritual. But yeah, if you want to try and stop him from interfering with it, you can make that.
That beats the DC.
Yeah, I mean it's also you can choose to fail these things. Just reminding you, you don't have to roll, but yeah, you are able to convince him if you want to. What are you trying to?
I'm just sort of like appealing to just all the calls I would normally use, like whistling and just anything
Yeah, trying
really.
to get him to come and help you with
Yeah.
all of these guys. Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, he hears you, but he's still going to be incapacitated this round. Then, as oh no, actually, because he was enraged. Yeah, so he can move, but yeah,
Now I just have no idea what I should do. All right.
yeah. Actually, sorry, Shepherd is incapacitated, but he's not. He doesn't attack the boar or anyone inside the circle. That's what the check. But he is consumed by this ritual. Unless they are in that circle, he can't attack.
Well, let's hope this hits, and I'll cast it with Lightning Blade. Oh! Awesome.
Yeah, I'll say that's enough to go through too.
Jump
Because
to
it
this.
adds lightning on top of that.
So this guy got zapped, and sorry, does that cleave? Ah.
Yeah, wait, how much damage did you do there on the? Oh yeah, because he'd already been shocked. So actually, yeah, I'll say you can go through 3 of them with this.
Nice. And then with whatever damage left, I'll hit it with this guy.
Well, that would be the third. So-
And as my bonus action, hang on, let me just look at this. Can I make a shove action against this one? Shove? No, wait.
Yeah, the shield bash kind of as a shove, yeah?
Yeah. Just to push him away.
Yeah. So contested athletics.
Perfect. Oh, buddy. No! Okay.
Yeah, it's not as overwhelming as you hope, but you do manage to shove him back. Which direction are you trying to shove him?
Just directly away.
So you manage to shove him 5 feet that way as you push him to the edge.
And alright, yeah. I'll risk the opportunity of attack against these two right next to me. I'll stand back. Yes, I am also getting into the circle. I'm just trying to awkwardly shuffle around the druids.
Okay, yeah, they like dancing around you as you kind of trying to weave in and out of them. Shepherds howling. Anything else you're trying to do there?
I think that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Svenja.
Okay, so at this point, I guess Katya is looking at this. Yeah, these people, rituals, just that's their thing. That's what they do. Okay, so the Devil Dance Rapier first thing is going to attack the guy. Wondering why.
As you are like fighting with this big guy, you will notice that he's wearing the cowl of a wolf, and as he's fighting, he'll look at you and just say to you mid battle, "Why are you fighting for these witches?" And he seems confused as to why you are actually on their side, but is only realizing this now.
Well, why shouldn't we? As she's sort of sparring with him. Okay, for some reason, the Devil Dance Rapier is not giving attack option on the weapon itself. Okay.
Yeah, because that's not how it works. You've got to roll it from your character sheet still.
Yep, but not from the E menu. So, okay, we're going to do that. Let's see. We'll roll it from the other character sheet. And we attack this chappie, and it's at advantage still from the other thing. God damn it. Nothing
I
happened.
understand where your rolls are going. I saw dice, but nothing came.
Eaten by the void.
Let's just see if. Okay, so because I do this as a separate roll, let's see if it works better if I don't make the window separately. Attack, advantage.
Ooh. Okay, still nothing's showing up, but you rolled a crit.
Yep. Yeah, what I wonder is if it's not because of the mounted. So
Yeah, there we go.
31 damage on this guy. There should be a 2 to that. She is going to cast a spell on him. That was a bonus action. So now that she's heated him up, she's going to cast Oppressive Cold on him. And let's see if this works. And it doesn't ask him for a roll, does it? There we go. Saving throw DC 15 Constitution.
Okay, press the damage there again, and it will ask.
Okay, it's happening, but slowly. And he makes it. So he takes 3 points of cold damage. Has it applied it? I guess it has, yeah.
Mm, Okay, yeah. Alright, it. Jesus. I don't know why your stuff gets so confused.
No, I don't know either. So let's see. Nightwing will attack him with a claw swipe. And misses. That's our turn.
Okay, yeah, he will. As you're fighting him, he'll say, "They are thieves. They stole our beasts. You, as a beast master of this one, must understand what that can mean." And as he's making that argument, the druids are going to continue into, I think, the last part of their ritual. And yeah, they are at the point where Ursa is sacrificing the boar, and she is going to kill this boar here, offering a sacrifice to the spirits, as they believe this will bring them good fortune in their endeavors. However, as this happens, and with shepherds' howls, Yormund, as you step into their dances and the swirling lights that are now starting to take shape, the blood from this boar is going to spill out onto the stone floor, but this glow that is coming up around Ursa is going to start to almost focus itself on Shepherd, as you see Shepherd letting out this howl. His fur is going to just like expand as you see the muscles bulging, and Shepherd is going to begin to grow rapidly. Did we seriously just lose you? Yeah, so at this point, Shepherd becomes a large creature as the energy of this circle flows into him, and Ursa looks up at him as he just grows in front of her, howling, and she looks kind of terrified at this. But this is the last part of their ritual. If you can get through one more round, they will have completed it.
Shepherd, what the fuck?
Katya.
She's gonna try and like, kill this dude.
Raging out of frustration more than
Yeah.
anything. That's a hit.
Oh, it hits. Thank goodness. Finally.
And that's a kill. Nice. Yeah, how do you finally kill this one?
She's just gonna behead him. I'm just kind of hoping that no one in this party has like a thing about violent deaths because I feel like she's the type of person to have very violent kills.
We've been doing that
Vikings.
for a long while.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Shepard has been tearing off testicles for most of this game, so beheading someone is tame.
I literally just split a man's head in two and another one behind him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's only as graphic as your imagination will allow. That can get pretty graphic. So yeah, you have definitely beheaded this man, and it is gruesome. But you can hear there is still some fighting going on up top, and
She's
yeah, I
will
mean,
try and climb. I don't know how far she gets.
so you might be able to leap your way up there. You've got quite a lot of strength, so give me an athletics.
And it's an advantage because rage.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness it's an advantage.
All right, yeah, with the 20, I'll say it costs you no extra movement to get up there. But that has, I think, been 20. Yeah.
Cool. So do I still have 10 feet movement?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I shall just get over here. Cool, and that's a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you jump up there and joining Camilla, who's also just climbed up, and you can see all manner of stuff happening here. As we go on to the last of these guys, they're going to make their final attempt. As these ones are going to chase you into the circle. Yeah, they are not able to do anything as they're kind of getting pushed around here. Okay, and misses you twice, the other guy as well. So they are all trying their best to fight you here, Yormund. How are you defending against them?
I like to just imagine it's a combination of just being tall enough to actually just be out of their range and they just hit the armor. It just clashes off.
Yeah, absolutely. As first of all, this guy is going to try and disrupt the rich.
Svenja is going to use cutting words on him.
Okay, roll that. Let's see if it.
Don't know if it's going to make a difference. So
You're going to need a 6 to make a difference.
let's see. Maybe we're lucky. Nope, does not make a difference.
Unfortunately, not. As your magic tries to help the ritual fend him off. This guy does manage to get a swipe in with the dagger and just slice into this guy's arm. Some more blood spills onto one of these stones, but he keeps on going, keeps chanting, trying to keep the ritual up. Though this guy sees a giant wolf appearing and thinks that they are summoning Fenrir. And he is wearing wolf skin. He clearly, yeah, he's trying to kill Shepard. Okay, as Shepard's howling out, he runs in and he swings the axe, just embedding it into Shepard's side as he lets out a yelp. That is their turn. Oh, and then the one fighting you, Sven. He's going to say, "You should have stayed out of this." Sven.
That is going to be a hit. She would reply to him, well, we're on our way to the tower and she can help us.
Thankfully misses on the second attack, as doesn't look like you could have taken another hit like that. He's just sort of got one hand like trying to hold off the hippogriff. He swings his axe at you, manages to catch you there. But let's see, here we go, last round that you have to keep them alive. Kamala, you're up.
You might be misreading how desperately I want to get to 0 hit points.
I wonder why.
Actually, I think she's going to do the fight naked thing going forward. Armor class -2. Yeah.
Just make sure it's targeting him and not Shepard, because they're sort of in the same space. Oh, no.
I will kill you.
We know Kamala's an animal lover. She wouldn't. Oh, there we go. Second one hits. Yeah, Yeoman.
Alright, so
Yeoman's got full control again, by the way. And I'll say he's got advantage on all his attacks.
oh, what Shepard does.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So,
Ah, gotcha. Then
what did I even say? Did I say Yeoman?
yeah.
Ah,
Alright. And he's got disadvantage. Come on. Ha! He's prone and grappled, I think. Oh, just prone.
sees Shepard grow large, runs in, swings his axe, and then Shepard just turns around and like tackles him to the ground to maul him, rip his throat down. Yeah, he's pro and grappled.
No, just prone.
Okay, I will say grappled. It's I said frightened instead, but hey, fits.
All right, let's try and tag this guy. Oh, gee, is it such a good idea? Yeah. Yes, it was. And can I retroactively?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. And just the guy right next to him. He can get zapped. Oof, 8. Fuck yeah. And I'll bonus action second wind.
All right, very nice. That
That'll be my turn.
nice, Svenja.
I think I've got. Let's see if we can get this thing sussed out now. Okay, Devil's Dance Rapier, first thing. And right, hits in for 9 points of damage. She is going to try another attempt of actually she's going to do biting words on him. So let's see, normal. Oh no, man.
It's fine. What is the save again?
It's a cantrip, so let me just cast it again. Save is charisma saving throw DC. I don't know what. Let me just cast against cantrip, so. And I told him the wrong. God damn it. We'll get there. Old guys in technology. Fuck.
That doesn't prompt.
Okay, it does not appear to do anything for.
That's fine. It will do it eventually automatically. But yeah, full damage there. No.
Okay, and Grimwing will try and swipe at him again and miss again. God damn it. And that is. So, I mean, she's fighting with him and saying, I don't know that she's us. Yes. You
Sorry,
can.
broke up there. See?
So she'll say, they are going to help us get to the Seers Tower. They were here first. You can surrender and leave now with your life.
You are clearly a talented fighter. We can also show you to the Seers Tower. We can lead you through the mountain. It's not too late to switch sides. Those are witches and thieves. But yeah, that is going to be him. He is saying this while still trying to fight you off with his axe. He's
Yeah,
looking pretty badly hurt.
he may well be right because she thinks you might be right. So stand down, and we can. It's too late to disrupt the ritual, I think. Why should
Yeah.
so? Can she ask why should I switch sides? Why should I trust you?
Yeah, in the heat of battle, he's mainly just telling you that they are witches and thieves. But he did say that they stole their pets, that they are like animal thieves, and he is trying to imply that they'll probably try and steal yours as well. But at this point, this ritual that they have been undergoing that seemed to have enlarged Shepherd has come to an end as the druids let out their final chant, and the light is going to dim again as it lingers there for a moment. They are then going to be able to basically join the battle as they finish off their ritual, and it seems successful.
Yeah, strangely, Svenja seems to believe him on that inside check. And our power is going to go off shortly. We can stay in. Let's see how far.
Okay, Katya is gonna move over there. Oh, doesn't want to let me move. It won't let me move, but
Are you
before my
using
power
Got a
goes.
measurement.
Oh, okay, that's why.
That's
Okay,
not
I'm
a
done.
move.
I'm gonna target and attack quickly before the power goes out.
Yeah.
Advantage.
It's fine. It is what it is.
He's
No,
prone.
you've got
You have
advantage because he's prone. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Come on.
No.
It's fine. It's a 10.
Okay. Jesus.
My attack rolls are just terrible.
Yeah, first day out adventuring with these Vikings, trying to make a good impression. But as these guys now come in, they are going to be making more attacks. Though the druids are now turning around to help them, well, to fight back against them. I'm going to kind of roll those as we go to Camilla's turn. As I'm going to start, I'm just going to roll them in the background. Try and Camilla. It's your turn. Okay. And before we go to you here, Yormund, this guy is going to try and take one last swing at Sven. Hopefully we haven't lost you yet.
We're here. I'm just laptop might be slow, but we're good.
Oh. On his second attack, gets the crit as he just tries to take you off of the mount. That is 17 points of damage there. As you can please roll for your desperate rage. I
Okay,
think it's
and
a straight charisma check, as far as I remember.
checks charisma.
While you double check that, Yormund will go to you, and then we'll describe what happens to Svenja on her. Okay, so that's kind of, yeah. I'll leave it up to you whether or not this thing triggers. So you kind of can choose to fail, but yeah, on a nat 20, this can go however you want.
Oh, hang on. Okay, let me read that while we do Yormund.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna bite his balls. Never mind. Normal attack. Alright.
Yeah. Shepard just ripping pieces off of this guy.
And Yormund is gonna try again. Except this time, if he hits... Actually, no, never mind. Well, doesn't seem to matter anyway. What I'll do instead is I'm just going to shield bash this dude.
Okay, you're trying to shove him or do that.
Just straight up shield bash. Damn it.
Yeah, they seem to be trying to press in around you, the three of them managing to make a bit of a shield wall against you.
Well, it's my turn.
Okay, so Svenja, as he kind of pushes your hippogriff out of the way with the one axe swing and then just brings this one, knocking you off of the hippogriff as you sort of fall and the hippogriff keeps going.
She first check unmuted. Yeah, she is going to fail the des check, and so she's already got the Valkyrie rings, and that just sort of intensifies as the form of the inner beast manifests itself even stronger. And I cannot find that. Let's see if I can trigger that as a thing on the... If I trigger it as a thing on Roll20, will it break anything? Let's see if it does.
No, it might just not work properly. So I don't think it's going to do much. But how much gives you like 25 back, right?
Yep. So for the beast thing that pops out, what was that 1d4? So she rolled a 4 on the 1d4, which means Man, I hate working on a laptop screen. It's just too small.
Yeah, I think I can look that up for you. That is the Beast Flare,
Beast
which
Flare.
actually hits. I'll add that to your sheet.
And right now, if I have this correct, she's going to use that Beast Flare action, and she can make unarmed attacks.
Yeah.
So let's do. Unarmed strike. Wait. At some point, wait, so it's 1d4 plus 2 plus. She gets another 3 for the strength, going to 18. Normal. Nice.
Oh my god.
And so she's basically just lashing out. And the second attack misses him. She's got enough brains left to attack with the rapier, which completely doesn't hit anything.
Okay, and then you've still got the Beast Flare. So,
Yeah, so now let's see. Beast Flare is in the.
So it is a 30-foot radius sphere, and everything needs to make a con save. All these creatures, or take 10d12 necrotic damage on a failed save, and become blinded until the end of their next turn. As you can describe what it looks like, but you erupt into such a bright explosion that, yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, I don't know that I have much choice about unleashing that actually. So yes, this is going to hit everybody, isn't it?
Yeah, you are
30-foot
kind of
radius.
low down, so maybe some of them might be shielded. But let's see. See how Foundry targets it. Yeah, it's probably going to hit most of this.
Let's see if it's in spell science. There we go. Cast spell.
So it's only going to get enemies. Well, and your hippogriff. Oh, it's only targeted you somehow. So you don't have to roll those. I will roll for.
Okay, so it's a con saving throw.
Yeah, don't. Okay, yeah. So for Nightwing.
Yep.
Okay, so one of them makes it. The other two definitely fail. Yeah, just I will. Don't worry, I'll undo the damage it's just done. Okay. Jeez. So yeah, this guy is obliterated, as well as your hippogriff, unfortunately. The other two somehow. What? How did no? That guy definitely died.
Yeah, so I mean, visually, while we're running the, so as his axe hits her and cleaves her in half, it's almost as if as the axe cleaves through her, body or something like that. This bright light spills out, and it's almost like a reverse sucking her body back together again, as the beast pulls her back in shape and explodes in this blinding light. So she's slashing out at him. The rapier is slashing out at him, and as the second, it's almost like a claw on the tip of her wing misses him. She twirls around, and that twirling light just expands into this necrotic explosion. It just blasts everything around. Damn, it's a pity about the hippogriff. Can we? Is it unconscious or gone?
It did double the amount of hit points it actually had left, so it is instantly killed.
Ah,
'Cause
fuck.
you did 49 there, and it failed the save, unfortunately. It only had 16 hit points there, as far as
Nope.
I understand. Oh no, it only had.
No, it had 24 plus 16. It gets 16 extra temp hit points because it's a tune. So it had 40 hit
Oh,
points.
that's what the 16 was.
I think there is a.
So yeah, it might be actually in death saving throws then. I think I may have misunderstood that. Because
Yeah,
it did
so
49 points of damage, so it wouldn't have been double the hit point. So it's not dead, but it is rolling death saves as it just is blasted back by this and crashes down into the ground.
okay. Cool.
But
And
yeah,
that's
we will. Yeah, we're going to try and wrap this up here as the druids now are no longer in their ritual, and they are going to turn and start casting spells. Yeah, as they are going to cast some spells, and you will see vines starting to grow up and entangle the two guys that are left. But you will get a +5 to hit on the guy that Shepherd has got down. The other guy is just restrained. Katya, you're up. And I'm going to say, because we're running out of time, double damage.
Nice. If she can hit, I wonder if this is how Z feels.
You've got a +5 and advantage if you don't hit on this, honestly. Yeah,
Okay, I'm
then you'll
gonna just roll in the bot commands.
Yeah, you will just see this massive explosion go off. Thankfully, not hit any of you. But Svenja definitely just crashed over there and exploded. So
Okay, that's a 16 to hit.
with the +5,
Oh wait. So plus my normal thing and +5.
yeah, it was the druids are giving you an extra +5.
Oh, okay, then that's a 21 to hit.
Okay, thank God that hits. So yeah, you can just roll crit damage because it's a double damage.
Okay. 23 damage.
You bring him to 1 hit.
Your damage bonus only gets added once, right?
No, you get +2 from rage, don't you?
Oh yes, then that's 25.
That's a kill. How do you finish him off?
Hmm.
He's like
Can
got
she just
a
like?
massive shepherd pinning him down, and he's an easy target for you.
Can she just bring her axe down and just chop his face in half?
Oh yeah, just cleaved right through the nose, through the brain, and he is very dead. As uh, the last guy sees this happen and is turning to run, he will provoke one last attack of opportunity from you, Yormund.
Can I opt to grab him instead?
Yeah, sure, you do so easily, you automatically succeed. He's trying to get away. He's running for his life. Okay, we'll go last round. Pamela, you can see this guy's grappled and restrained. Oh yeah, he was restrained by Viance anyway. The only guy that's left, but it seems like the guy you were attacking is dead. Seems like the rest of combat is over, but Yorman's still holding one guy. Oh, and there's actually a guy over there who's off to the left. He seems to still be trying to stab the druid. Oh, there we go. And you get double damage on this as well. But I don't think you're going to need. Oh my god, yeah. He had 9 hit points. Jesus. Very nice. I'll give you inspiration for leaving. Not taking it. Yeoman, you've got this guy by the collar. What are you doing?
I am going for a cinematic kill here. I am just going to boot him directly into the face off the edge. Well, I was
Yeah.
going to scream, "This is Bradovic." Yeah, as I'm just like, I just have this guy by the collar, I get in close. Where are you from?
You're asking him where he's from.
Yeah.
So I'm Skorgo more of the help. I'm from Alsvater.
Do you think these are your lands?
Were once. Please have mercy.
Die fighting. Maybe you'll have mercy there. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, but he roll another 3d6 on top of that because that's a 30-foot fall. That is enough. He had 11 hit points left. As
Fuck yeah.
you see him crack, like you send him right over the edge and just face first into a rock on the bottom as he crumples to the ground, blood spat. And with that, you're brought out of combat.
Yeah, your woman just turned around. You know what? That never gets old.
Svenja is still in a desperate rage, but we will return to that next week and see what happens. I'm not sure, unless you just sort of pass out here, Svenja, I'm not sure how the mechanic works.
Well, she essentially rolls a save. Gets
Oh yeah, so you did roll that nat 20. I'll say you can use that here if you want to try and end.
Yep. So let me tell you what happens. She comes. Ah, shit! I just had it open a moment ago. We need to actually check about whether the seal beast used that. Check. You lose all hit points. Conscious, stable. Wait, hang on a second. XD 10
when it ends.
1d6 rounds of the days in weakened condition. Yep, so she basically comes out of it, but she's dazed and bit. Technically, we should have rolled to see if the beast flare, but I guess she could have used it, and she would have bargained for that with the beast, which means that her seal bleed level has gone up by at least one. I'm not entirely sure of that. So she's either at level 1 or she's now at level 2 of, depending on how much we'd withdrawn. I think we need to work that out in between.
We can look. I'll look into that afterwards. But just as we end the session here, what happens to Svenja? Is she? Because I think I'm pretty sure you drop to 0 hit points, don't you? You fall unconscious.
Yeah. So she basically explodes in light, and as because you guys can't see her on the other side, massive explosion, and the light just dies out, and it just goes dark on the far side of the hill, and you will see smoldering hippogriff and Svenja. Svenja might need a bit of a stabilization or something like that. Unless you would allow Svenja to do a bonus action healing word on the.
No, Svenja is unconscious but stable, but the hippogriff someone might need to take care of, but we will leave that as the cliffhanger for this week and end the session there. As that was an interesting fight. I was not expecting that. Thank you very much.